guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Lee Ognanovsky, aka Kimmy K today, because I am doing a makeup look inspired by the one and only. I have been dying to purchase some of her makeup. As you guys know, it's always out of stock, and when she recently had her pop-up store, I thought what better chance to pick up some items that I've been dying to get my hands on. I thought today, whilst using her products and giving you my review and my thoughts on them, I thought I would do a makeup look inspired by her. A lot of this sort of look she has been rocking lately, the whole natural makeup 90s inspired look, so I wanted to create a 90s inspired Kim Kardashian makeup look with using some of her products. So if you want to learn how I created this makeup look, please just keep on watching. Okay, so I've started off by doing my makeup, and I've already applied my eyebrows because I feel like you guys don't really need to see me do that. So the first thing that I'm going to start off by using is the KKW concealer. I have it in the shade 2. I thought that it was going to be a little bit darker than what it was. So I'm going to prime my lids by using this concealer and just sort of carving out my eyebrows. I sort of did a little bit because this one was not doing as it was told, but I just tried to do as minimal as I could so I could try this one out for you guys. So I'm going to take just like a little definer sort of brush, and I'm just going to pop some of this on the back of my hand. This is the first time I've even opened it. So excited. Like I said, I've been wanting to get this for so long, and it's just been so hard to get. This is a great way to control product so you don't use too much on your eye. And then I just like to start to shape it. Oh, it's very light. And even though the color is light, it's light as in the weight of it. It's very easy to blend as well, like it glides quite nicely. I actually really like it, especially for if I'm doing a bold makeup look. I'm just going to use whatever is left and drag that down to the rest of my eye just to sort of seal the eye. I literally don't even feel like I've got anything on my eye at all. It has really gone a long way, and it's just so easy to blend out. So once that is on, I'm going to go in with my damp beauty blender and just sort of blend that in. I actually think I like this better than the Tarte Shape Tape, which is shocking because that's my favorite concealer of life. This has got like such a great coverage, and it blends out so nicely, but it's also really, really, really light, and that light, I mean weight. And then to set that, I'm going to take the translucent powder. This is the number 1 Bake. I'm just going to use a little bit. I'm not actually going to bake it. I'm just going to just really lightly set my eyes. I'm really curious to see what it's going to be like underneath my eyes, because I feel like this powder is just so finely milled, and oh wow, it really actually is. I'm not even saying this because this is Kim's product, but so far this is actually such a great product. Like, her makeup, she's done so well so far. I mean, I could not like it. I don't actually have all the range, like I said, so I'm just improvising with what I do have. The translucent powder is very similar looking to the Laura Mercier. Really, really soft as well, which I love. Again, it doesn't feel heavy on my eyes, so I feel like this is going to be something that I'm going to really enjoy. So to create the typical Kim Kardashian look, I actually don't have the eyeshadow palette, so I am going to use my Morphe palette. I feel like this is a really good priced palette for people who can't really afford to spend a lot of money on eyeshadows. These ones usually retail for, I think, about $25 US, and you just get so many different shades. This is a really great eyeshadow palette for someone who just wants a great overall palette on a range of different shades, whether they're warm, cool, or shimmer or matte type of shades. You have your lighter sort of tones and your deeper tones as well. So with the first shade, I'm going to go in and I'm going to be using just a really nice natural transition shade, which is just this one here. And I'm going to buff that into the crease. and just really sort of work that in to warm that crease area up so that we can kind of warm up the rest of the eye area. Then to bronze up the area just a little bit more, I'm going to go in with a really nice latte type of color, and then taking my Morphe M517 brush, that shade, and just buffing this into the crease just to sort of give it that little bit of an extra depth and to warm the eye up, and just sort of deepen up that crease area over the top, sort of just underneath what we've done. And I'm just going to take that fluffy brush again and just kind of buff those two colors in together. The great thing about Kim's makeup is it's always really natural on the lid, like when she's doing a bronzy sort of look. So it doesn't actually have to be perfect, just as long as the eyeshadow is really blended in nicely together. I feel like it just kind of complements the eye. And then taking the shade here, this is a little bit darker than your second color you've used, just on a little bullet brush, deepening up that outer corner area. Not going too crazy with this deeper shade on this outer corner. We just want to just kind of give that little bit of definition, especially too, like I've got fluffy lashes on, so I mean it does cover up a lot of that area, but I find that with her lid, when she's doing these type of looks, they're very natural, and then she really smokes out that under eye area, which I actually really quite like because I don't typically normally do that myself. So just kind of buffing that in, and then if you're needing to blend it, going back in with that fluffy brush and just kind of buffing that in that area. I'm going to grab with my finger the Honey Champagne shade just in the center of the eye, just to sort of give it that bronzed up type of look. Then just going back in with the first shade and just loading your brush up just a little tiny bit and just kind of blending that all over the lid. Okay, now in that Morphe palette there isn't a black shade, so I'm just going to go in with my Huda Beauty in the Rose Gold palette. This is called Black Truffle. I'm just taking my Napoleon BR7 brush, which is just like a flat brush, and I'm just going to lightly dip into this one. This is a great black eyeshadow. My eyelashes, and just packing in that lash line area. Just want my lashes to look a little bit thicker and just a little bit more smoked out. Just gives it like that little smoldering type of look. It's just that real sexiness about it without doing a wing all the time. Okay, now that is done. As usual, I'm just going to, I always like to brush my eyelashes out. I just feel like when I'm doing my eyeshadow, they kind of get a bit messy. Okay, so I'm gonna pop my hair behind my ears and just stick on my foundation on my hair. Today I'm going in with my BECCA Ultimate Coverage Complex Foundation Cream. This is a super full coverage foundation. I really like this because it makes you look absolutely flawless, and that is exactly what Kim is. I am in the shade Olive when I am tanned. I actually really enjoy this foundation also. It is an extremely full coverage. I am going to be using the BECCA Backlight priming filter. This is the highlighting type of one. I really love this one. It is so pretty on the skin. I just thought that seeing as I'm using a BECCA foundation, that I will go in with my BECCA primer. See how automatically it just makes you look like glowy? I love about it, especially when you're doing a full coverage foundation. I feel like sometimes I don't really like being matted out. Another thing that I wanted to share with you guys is I shaved my face. I know, it's a little bit crazy. Let me see if I've got... I used these little razors, like you guys would have seen them all over the internet, and I didn't think that I really had a hairy face, but I saw these sitting in Kmart and they were like $2 or something, and I just really wanted to give it a go just to see what it was like. And I started off by shaving just here because that's usually where I get a lot of like fluff, but I ended up shaving my whole face because I was like, couldn't stop. Honest to God, it is like my new obsession. I feel like my foundation goes on so much nicer when I'm doing my contour. It doesn't seem as muddy, especially like doing bronzers with powder. It's not getting caught in that little hair, And I'm not actually like cutting any of my hair off. It's just more of that bum fluff. If you guys want to see me do a video on how I shave my face, let me know down below, and let me know if it's something that you guys are interested in and want to see. I actually am so obsessed. Like, I can already feel it going on my skin. I just feel like it also takes off a lot of that dead skin as well. So now that I've mentioned what foundation and product I'm using, I'm going to jump off camera and just quickly pop it on because you don't need to see me do that. Okay, so now that I've got my foundation on, I haven't set any powders or anything. I'm going to go back in with my KKW concealer. This is again in the shade 2. I'm really excited to try this because this is where you're going to really see how this concealer sits. I have to say though, with the concealer underneath my eyeshadow and the way that I was blending, I've used my Morphe palette a million times, so I know how that palette blends out. But I really feel like that having the eyeshadow just gave it that really nice base to start from. It was really light, and it also doesn't feel like cakey when I'm also blending my eyeshadow on. This is quite light. I am going to go in the same way as I always do. Don't need a lot, but I'm not going to be too what's the word? I'm going to be generous, but also because this is probably a bit lighter than what I would have liked it. And that is the thing when it comes to buying makeup online from a store. You really don't have the option to swatch test the right shade for you. With the website that she has, she does specify what the undertones are and the levels are, so it does kind of make it a little bit easier. I'm going to blend this in with my damp beauty blender. Already though, I can say it does feel very light on my skin, as in the weight. It feels very nice. It's blending out beautifully. And this shade is actually not a bad shade, but so far it's covering up any of those dark circles. It's actually making me feel like the bags under my eyes are not as heavy as what they usually are. It looks so natural on the skin. I'm like actually obsessed with it. Oh my god, this is for such an affordable concealer, and considering it is a celebrity brand concealer, it's actually really, really nice. Okay, so just quickly to also set that under eye area so I don't get any creasing, I am just going to go in just underneath and bake that under eye area. This actually, I have a problem when it comes to baking. I'm not really a baker. I have quite dehydrated, dry skin, and I feel like sometimes when I bake, it tends to make my skin look a lot more wrinklier than normal. This is actually really quite nice. Sometimes like I feel like it's sucking all the moisture out of my skin, whereas I actually don't even feel like I've got any powder on. Like, it feels so light on my skin. Okay, so while that is sitting and that is being baked, I am going to go in with my contour stick. This is in the shade medium. I'm so excited to try this out because I've actually heard really good things about it. The only problem is I've heard that you don't really get a whole lot. Oh, actually, like maybe she's like added more. I don't know. I don't want to wind it up too much, but she likes to do the 3. So I'm going to go in and do that. Okay, so far it feels beautiful. It's like gliding on my skin. It's amazing. I probably could have gone a little bit darker actually. But considering for a first go, this is actually really quite nice. So I'm curious to see how this is going to blend out with, oh god, that feels so good. Like, I've got a few different brands of concealers and this actually feels really quite creamy to apply, which is beautiful. Yeah, I feel like I could have gone a little bit darker with the concealer, but that's all right. So I'm going to go in and blend down the bridge of my nose with just a little foundation brush because I feel like the sponge sometimes makes it look a little bit muddy. So I'm just going to go in. Oh, it's very easy to blend out. I'm going to be feeling like Kimmy K. Okay, straight up, like this is actually really easy to blend out, I have to say. For a beginner Like, I don't do a lot of contouring, but this has to be probably the easier contouring I have done, so that's quite nice. I haven't really heard that many great things about her contour stick brush, so I wasn't really too worried about wanting to spend the money on that. But it's blending out really nicely, I have to. Once I've done that, I'm just going to go in and just go over that contour. Very easy to blend out. I quite like that. It's that real defined cheekbone. Just going to brush away. Oh, wow. I'm like seriously so impressed with her makeup. Like, for a celebrity brand makeup, this is amazing. Okay, so just before I finish all of that, I'm just going to go in with my C4 Studio Fix powder by MAC and just set the rest of that area now, so then I can start to carve out my cheekbones by using my Morphe Serrated Edge and my baking powder. I'm just going to go and bake underneath just to clean that area up. Okay, so while that is baking just underneath that area, got powder all over my shirt. I am going to next take the brightening powder. This is in the shade number 1. So I'm just going to take it on just like a little fluffy brush and just kind of brighten up that under eye area. Especially too, I'm really curious with this product because I do get like bags under my eyes. I don't know if I can see it. Oh yeah, actually I can. It's kind of like a little highlight for under the eye. I do definitely feel like it brightens up that under eye area just that little bit more, but I mean, if you don't really have dark circles or bags or anything like that, you probably wouldn't really need to use this product. Though if you do have bags sort of similar to mine, you could do it. Okay, so now while I'm letting that sit and bake, I am going to go in and use my Morphe palette again and do my under eyes. Now, something with the Kim Kardashian look, I feel like she does like a real smoked out type of look and very, very fluffy lashes on the lower lash line. She has mentioned in a video before that I have seen that she likes and needs to have the smokiness under her eye. So because we went a little bit lighter on top, I'm going to use the same shade as my outer V and my crease color just to sort of blend that out. So then again, like I said, I'm going to be taking this darker shade with a definer brush. This is the BR12 from Napoleon. And I'm going to go in and just start smoking out that lower lash line. I don't want it to do too thick, but I also want it to be actually noticeable. What I like about this shade is it has a slight shimmer in it. And then just going in with that lighter shade just to soften out those edges. I feel very Kimmy K right now. I'm going to go in with the mascara first and then apply the 3D lash after. Such a cool product. Okay, so now I'll just blush that away and just probably wouldn't clean my under concealer with that next time. It has like a weird tone to it. Now I don't have the contour kit from the Kim K kit, but I do have my Kat Von D, so I'm just going to lightly go over that contour. Also, just to finish this look, I am going to be using a blush because Kim always wears a blush. This is the color Melba from MAC. Put that on the apples of my cheeks and just kind of blend that through. Then to lightly highlight the rest of my face, I'm going to be using a new highlighter that I've actually just discovered. It is the W7 GLOWCAMOTION Pink It Up Shimmer Highlighter Eyeshadow. I really like it because it's just got this really pretty shade to it. So I'm just going to take that on a fan brush and just run that lightly on my cheekbones just to sort of brighten that area. It's nice because it's not too obnoxious, but then I like to just kind of put it everywhere, like I'm obsessed. So just put that. It's super affordable. I got it from Chemist Warehouse. It was like literally $5. Okay, so that comes to the end of the face portion. Now, my most favorite part of this video is the lips, and I can't wait because I have been dying to get my little paws on this lipstick that she's had, and it is the lip liner and lipstick in the shade 1. Now, as you guys know, I am so into 90s, whether it be makeup, fashion, or whatever, and this lipstick duo that she's been doing is so heavily inspired by that. So out of everything that I've got, this was what I was most looking forward to. So what I'm going to do is line my lips mainly with the dark liner and then add the lighter color into the center. This lip liner is so beautiful. It is like, honest to God, the most creamiest lip liner I have used. It dead set just glides on your lips like it's not normal. Like, I'm obsessed with it. And the color, oh my gosh, tell me that you don't love this color. It's like the perfect nudie brown without being too warm or too cool. It's just beautiful. So now I'm gonna go in and just fill in the center of my lips just like how she does, just to sort of give the illusion that they're a lot plumper. And it's also like very 90s to do. Use my finger to, oh my God, I am dying right now. This is my cup of freaking tea. Tell me you're not obsessed. This color is beautiful. Okay, because I have done a full coverage foundation, I'm going to take my Urban Decay Quick Fix HYDRA Charge Complexion Prep Priming Spray. I hate it when brands make names so freaking big. It's ridiculous. I'm obsessed with myself. What the hell have I been doing, and why has it taken me so long to buy Kim's makeup? And that comes to the end of the tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope that my opinion and review and my makeup look is something that has helped you with your decision whether you are wanting to purchase or if maybe you just weren't sure how to use them. But I really enjoyed using her makeup, and I definitely think that it is worth trying out if it's something that you are interested in. I feel like her makeup is super affordable and isn't really too pricey. Unfortunately for us here in Australia, what kind of kills it is the shipping. That is what makes it that little bit more expensive than what you would probably prefer. But in saying that, like, the makeup quality is amazing. The concealer I am obsessed with, and the lipstick, my lord, I need every single shade, so best be know I'll be getting some of that. But yeah, I really enjoyed creating this makeup look. This is so my cup of tea of makeup. I am so into 90s, and I really like that grungy sort of makeup and fashion style. That sort of look that she's rocking at the moment is definitely up my alley, and I really wanted to recreate something similar to what she sort of does. And I put my extensions in today just to sort of give that Kim K look when she's got blonde hair. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure you give it a massive thumbs up. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, please make sure you do. Our family is growing by the day, and it is making me so happy. Also, the red bell button is located right next to that, so you can hit that to be notified every single time I post a video, which has been twice a week. So I am really excited to be bringing you 2 videos a week. Also, all my socials are listed down below, so if you want to come past and check out me there. But until next time, guys, I will see you all in my next video. Bye.